Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about what's in a name, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret about myself. I'm the fourth. Yep, that means that there was a Cecil 1, Cecil 2, Cecil 3, and me. And to keep us all apart, they called my great grandfather Big Buddy. That made my grandfather Buddy. My dad was named Little Buddy, and that made me Baby Bud. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Yeah, right. So even before I was born, not only did God know my name, but as long as I was going to be born with the right equipment, so did my parents. And now, why am I talking about this? Well, good question. I'm glad you asked. It's because names, they're important. And, not only the ones that we get right out of the gate from our parents, but all the ones that we start getting afterwards. And the reason for that is because, like I said, names really do matter. Now, as you all probably know, Lil Bit is not my grandson's real name, but that's what I call him. It's a loving name, as well as every time he looks at me and says Popeye, it makes my heart feel good, not only because he says it to me, but because it reminds me of the first man that I ever called Popeye, my grandfather. And the way that you got to look at it is anybody that cares enough to give you a name other than the one that you have means that they care enough about you to give you that name. And that's kind of what our Bible verses are about today. And one note about the first Bible verse that we have, if you notice, God is telling Moses, when he says, "Who are you?" and he says, "I am." The reason that he's doing that is back then Egypt had a lot of little g gods, and they had them all up on shelves, and they worshipped all of them. And what God wanted to do was make sure that Moses was saying, or telling Moses, listen, you can't put me, I'm not like these other gods. I am who I am. I'm above everybody else. So he wanted to make sure and let Moses know that I'm not like these other, little deities that folks can go and worship. See, Jeff and Kara, I did pay attention, even though I might have been goofing off in some of those classes. Anyway, basically, names are important. And if you care enough about somebody to give them a nickname or a special name or a pet name, that tells them how much that you love them. So think about that. And I'd like for you to try and think about all the different names that you've had over the years, and that people have given you over the years. It's a wonderful, wonderful gift. The Bible verses today are Exodus 3:13 through 15 and Matthew 16:13 through 20.